Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Alabama's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gets the back moving. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keep it on the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll give it to Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, You've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
On the RPO, got it. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Trying to run, it's Johnson. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Clemson calls its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Denson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. There are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Left side, it's Moore. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I gotta go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Just smothered on the play. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Keelan Russell. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And he's still running after the move. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snaps on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Long way to go on second down. Quarterback keeps it. They knock him down right there.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. A designed run for the quarterback.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Back has it. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Russell. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block, and he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Trying to get the corner. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Gives it. Turning it on. 1-A-1 gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Across the 25. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Motion from the back. Run in the red zone. It's Davidson. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Russell. Caught. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Back to throw, it's Russell. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it. Hey, if they can stop him on third down. They're all over it. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Fires quickly. Could not make his way to the corner. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 5 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Ole Miss with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
Brandon Russell. Got him quickly. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. Inside the 35. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him. And you just get it to him, and he does the rest. And that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught on the RPO. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Bringing it back. And the returner will be knocked down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. And down he goes back at the 3.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing Russell. Way off target there. into the third quarter of this opening week of the season. It's now 2nd and 10. Drops back. It's Russell. Rushes on. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. See some running room. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got a man in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The running back has it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Making the adjustment on the play. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return. Will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Russell, under pressure, finds his tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start.
Makes the grab in their space. He's at the touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. And you can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center right back into the QB.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quick give. It's Johnson. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback changing the play. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They take over, set up in plus territory, holding the lead after the defense came up with a fourth down stop. Hits inside, it's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. They'll move the tight end. Handoff again. Maybe got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Sets his feet. It's Washington. Throws to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing it in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He'll set up to throw. Turns it upfield. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't. Now, decision time, 4th and short.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Calls his own number. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Keelan Russell fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown tie! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
To the air. It's Washington. Gets rid of it.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I'll tell you, it didn't matter the defense. They probably knew this was RPO, but at the end of the day, they couldn't stop it. This offense right now just being way too physical up front.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Rush right in his face. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Second and long here. To the air, it's Washington. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Left side, it's Moore. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He's into the open down the middle. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
That keeps the score Alabama 38, Clemson 14.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Washington. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Wants to throw. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Out wide left, it's Burrows. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Lets it fly. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Making the adjustment. Back to throw, it's Washington. Escapes the pressure to his right. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.